What is it like to live on an aircraft carrier? Well, it depends on who you are and what you do. While there are some things, including dial-up internet and small spaces, that apply equally to everyone aboard, there are certain perks to higher ranks, such as special menu items, the ability to skip long lines, and having those of inferior rank step aside as you make your way down countless narrow, dimly lit corridors, such as the life of a sailor. Aircraft carriers are like floating cities. They typically have a 4 to 5 acre flight deck that can house upwards of 100 aircraft and hold in excess of 5,000 personnel. The experience of living and working on a carrier will vary broadly depending on rank and job specialty. There are some pretty exciting jobs, and there are some that are far more mundane, and some in which you may not see sunlight for weeks at a time. So if you've ever wondered how sailors spend their time and what life is like on board the smallest room in an aircraft carrier, then keep watching. Most places on an aircraft carrier are hotter than you may think. Even the laundry rooms are about average 120 degrees. In order to avoid heat-related illnesses, those assigned to work in the machinery rooms often cannot work more than an hour at a stretch. It gets even hotter for the engineers working on the engines and boilers down below the waterline, where temperatures regularly reach 140 degrees. This area is known as the carrier's inner circle of fire. Airplane propellers, jet engine blasts, and helicopter rotors turning are just a few of the many dangers of the flight deck. When fully loaded, a carrier can house around 100 aircraft, and working with and around them, especially in limited space, is a dangerous job. In fact, an aircraft carrier's flight deck is the world's most dangerous place to work. One veteran pointed out, aircrafts can even blow you over to the side, which is a nearly 90-foot fall and might necessitate a helo rescue. Those dangers don't even factor in wartime perils. In a place like an aircraft carrier, it's easy to get lost. There are winding corridors which often look remarkably similar to one another. The Navy's answer to this problem: coded coordinates. Now, it's just a matter of learning to decipher them. The Carrier Deployment Guide for the USS George H.W. Bush recommends new sailors follow someone around the ship that has been before. That's good advice considering there are approximately 3,000 rooms on a carrier. Ever had noisy neighbors? Imagine having the roar of the military might take off and land overhead. Jeff Dyer, a writer in residence on the USS George H.W. Bush, described this noise as inconceivably noisy, but the noise of jets taking off was as nothing compared to the noise of jets landing. A carrier is a 24-hour operation, so coupled with other noises of the ship, there's rarely ever a quiet moment. There's no privacy on an aircraft either. On some carriers, a sailor will share sleeping quarters with more than 100 others. An enlisted sailor's rack is a mere 72 inches long by 26 inches wide, with a 3-inch thick mattress. From the top of the mattress to the bottom of the rack above is a meager 20 inches. That's barely enough room to turn over, and that's why the bottom and middle racks are frequently referred to as coffin lockers. Their storage space is minimal as well, with stand-up storage lockers measuring approximately 10 by 22 by 41 inches. Service numbers don't send postcards or letters home as much as they used to, but these days, it isn't unusual for a sailor to order something off of Amazon and have it delivered via aircraft, according to one Navy official. Most of the mail delivered to the ship by aircraft is Amazon orders. What do they order? Just about everything, much like the rest of us. Feeding thousands of sailors daily is no small task. Food is cooked in huge batches in large vats. The galley is a 24-hour operation with dozens of sailors working at any given time. There's always something cooking, and the prep never ends. How's the food? Sailors say it's not the best, but it's not the worst either. On top of the daily offerings cooked by the culinary crew, everyone has access to a salad bar and the ability to make sandwiches themselves, such as hot ham and cheese. There's also a special menu only available to senior officers with items such as the Air Boss Special, which includes spicy chicken, fried rice, onions, peppers, and egg. Other more common items on the menu include made-to-order hamburgers, quesadillas, and chicken items. Being away from family for an extended period of time can be difficult, especially for those with small children. Nevertheless, this is the life of a sailor who often spends half a year or more on board an aircraft carrier. The US Navy states extended operations away from the home port can last up to 6 to 9 months, and ships typically deploy once every 18 to 24 months. Although a sailor may get homesick, the crew of a carrier is a tight-knit group and typically support one another through their journey. And under most circumstances, home is just a call away. When the ship is in port, sailors report for their shift and return home afterward. The libraries on board aircraft carriers include computers in which sailors have access to the internet, but the connection is slow. How slow exactly? It absolutely crawls. Expect dial-up speeds when aboard a deployed carrier. Then again, at least the internet is available in some capacity. Speeds are just a lot better when the ship is docked. So that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section below. Stay tuned, and we'll catch you in the next video.